Okay, it is 8:56, Wednesday morning on BBC Radio 1. It's time to say hello and good morning to Peter Capaldi. Morning.
Good morning. Lovely to be here.
Thank you for coming on the show this morning. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. It's great. I'm very impressed to see the
Peter
size
in the
of
microphone, Peter.
Oh, the microphone's here.
Come on, there we go. You're impressed by Radio 1?
By the size of it.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's nice, right?
It was poky little rooms.
It used to be gross.
Yes.
Like,
was
so
it gross?
Yeah, so if you'd have been like Doctor Who, I don't know, 5 years ago, you would have had to endure the old Radio 1, which was quite like sixth form college.
Really?
Sort of like the common room.
Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, but here now...
It's huge and very impressive.
Yeah.
And I can see all the wheels turning and the rest of the world going on. It's fabulous.
Yeah, usually there are people sat at these desks.
It's empty this morning.
They're not props.
What's going on this morning? Is this a morning off? Is it a fire alarm or what?
It's the media, so they arrive later on because they've had to attend a gig or a dinner the night before, which was very stressful for them to go and watch a band. So they're rolling around noon, something like that, on a Swagway. So thank you for coming in because we're very, very excited and everyone seems excited this morning on the text and on Twitter. It's everywhere you go. People excited by your face, Peter Capaldi. Is everyone like, the Doctor?
I think they're excited by Doctor Who's face.
Right.
My face is still the same old face that I've always had, except it's got a bit more lines on it, a bit more grey hair. But now they see me as Doctor Who, which is lovely, and that's what people shout at me from across the street. Doctor Who. Yeah, no one ever calls me the Doctor.
No.
Say, Doctor Who! They shout from a car, and I wave at them, and it's lovely.
Do you know what? I did actually see Matt Smith once upon a time in Ibiza.
Yeah.
And I was in a swimming pool, and I know him. He's been on the show a lot of times, and I'd had a few beers. We're in Ibiza.
Yeah.
I would only call him for that day Doctor Who. To the point where he's like, one of his friends said, "Don't call him Doctor Who."
Why did he get upset about it? I'm sure he did.
I just think it's very tedious. Me going, "Hey, Doctor Who, get in the pool."
No, I like it. I like being called.
Quite like
Doctor
the
Who.
heckle.
It's good. It's great.
Good heckle. I mean, what a character to be heckled.
To be called, This is almost as good as being called James Bond or something.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty good.
You know.
Pretty good.
Fun.
I really, really remember the day you were announced as Doctor Who because, or as the Doctor, sorry. I remember it being, I was on holiday and it was on the television and I think I was in Mallorca or somewhere and it was on like the news in Spain that you were going to be the Doctor.
Yes.
Do you remember the day clearly when you were asked, when you got that call?
Oh yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I couldn't stop laughing. My agent phoned me and said, "How would you feel about being the new Doctor Who?" And I just giggled because it was just such an absurd idea and such a wonderful idea. I sort of couldn't really believe that it was happening, but it was, and it did. But it was funny, the day when it was actually announced, it was all over the newspapers and stuff like that. And I remember going to buy. I thought, I'm not going to let this change my life.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like quite a big thing. I hadn't been on the covers of all the newspapers. I've been on the telly to that scale before. And I remember going to buy my newspaper, which I always buy from a bloke who stands in one of those little cubicles in the street. And my face was over every single on the cover of every single paper, and I bought my paper and went, "There you are, Guff." And never even remarked about it at all. It was great.
I love that. So has it changed dramatically your life since being on it? Because it's a second series.
This is my second year now. I mean, I think people, people look at me all the time, which is something which I'm sure you're very used to.
I've had that all my life because I'm very attractive.
Of course you have, yes.
Yeah.
And I haven't. I'm just lucky. I'm just, I've grown a bit slightly more attractive the older I've got, the more successful I've got. At first, it's a bit scary because you can't go anywhere without people peering at you. But to be honest, people are so friendly and they are so pleased to see Doctor Who that it becomes quite nice.
Yeah.
Everybody who I've ever met has always been quite cheerful and friendly about it all. I'm pleased to see me. When you see when people have smiles on their faces because you've turned up. Yeah. It's lovely. And of course, it's not me turning up. It's Doctor Who.
It's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And also, it's such a loved, it's something that you, as like a British man, like you want it to do well, you sort of champion it.
Yes,
it's something that we're proud of.
That's right. But funny enough, I was driven in this morning by a driver who was absolutely lovely, but actually came from Iran.
Right.
And said the show was really big.
Well, it's huge everywhere, isn't it? Really,
we haven't been to Iran yet.
Right.
The show with the promotion, but and we're going to Mexico. We went to Mexico, and they said that they told me the Doctor Who's been running there since the '60s.
Wow.
And they call it Doctor Mysterio.
Oh. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Mysterio.
Dr. Mysterio.
So that's what they'd shout at you in the street in Mexico. Hey, Dr. Mysterio! Come and have a bandido!
So you're famous worldwide. This is actually a nightmare. Really? Because you're famous everywhere. Is there anywhere where people really hate Doctor Who that you can go on your holidays?
I don't know. What is great though is when people really don't care. And they, and you get to that slightly embarrassing thing when people are standing around and they'd like to do a selfie.
Yeah.
And you're never quite sure whether or not to say, do you want to do a selfie? Because when they say no, it's the most embarrassing thing in the world.
Yeah. I like it. Someone said to me the other day, they said, can I take a picture? And I said, yeah, of course. And then she was with a friend and she said, Gemma, do you want one? And Gemma went, nah. Just lie, Gemma. Just say yes. She went, well, I'll have one then if you want. I was like, I'm not bothered, Gemma. She was like, oh, God, all right, then I'll have one. I was like, all right, well, don't have one then.
That's exactly it.
I really like that.
It's so embarrassing.
I know, it really is. So as we were saying, this is the second series of Doctor Who now.
Yeah.
How fun is it? Are you still enjoying it? You're still loving it?
Yeah, well, I mean, you wake up in the morning, you think, I'm going to go in there and blow up some Daleks.
Yeah.
Or see some guys dressed up in rubber monster costumes and run up and down a corridor, usually with Jenna. And it's just a gas.
Yeah.
How could you not like that?
Yeah.
It's your job.
Yeah,
and
great
actually get
job.
paid for that.
Do you ever catch yourself complaining on the odd day where you're like, oh, God, nightmare today. The Daleks weren't working. And your friends are like, yeah. I had to fit a boiler outside. It's freezing.
No, actually, I'm pretty good. I don't really complain because even when the Daleks don't work, they're even more entertaining.
Yeah.
Because they batter into walls and things like that. People get trapped inside them and the casters come off. And they're like wardrobes, moving around.
Quite like that then.
Yeah.
And we had Jenna Coleman on when was Jenna on? About a month ago, something like that, a couple of weeks ago. And we had her in, and she was also, she told the world for the first time that she was leaving when she was in here.
Yeah.
Has that all been done now? Have we filmed Jenna's departure?
Yeah.
How was that? How was it saying goodbye to her? Because she's really a lot of fun, isn't she?
No, she's great fun. She's just wonderful to work with, and I've had a great time with her. And I don't usually get very weepy or anything when I'm working, but I find it really sad.
Oh, really?
To say goodbye to her. Because I still see her. So it's not like saying goodbye to Jenna in person.
Yeah.
But you sort of say goodbye to the character. Mm-hmm. And it becomes the kind of focus of all of your emotion and all of the things that you perhaps would like to say to that person and how wonderful she's been to me and to actually be parting. It was, and she was fabulous in the scene. I don't want to go into what.
Can we talk about the scene or not really?
Not really, because it's very clever what happens in it, but it's very sad. It's really sad.
Oh God, Peter! Oh my God,
really
what's going to happen?
It's not quite what you think is going to happen. You think what's going to happen is going to happen, and then something else happens. And that's what's wonderful about Doctor Who. It's always clever the way that these things are done. It's not quite as straightforward as it appears. Uh-huh. So we'll get lots of hankies ready. That's what I would say.
Oh God, I can't wait to see that then.
It's sad over a number of weeks.
Right. Oh, wow. I'm really intrigued now as to what's going to happen. But I don't want you to tell me because everyone will go crazy. Absolutely crazy. I know Vic would like a world exclusive, wouldn't you? I mean, for the show's press, it'd be great if he told us. But do we want to annoy every Doctor Who fan in the world?
No, I can't tell you.
Okay,
definitely can't.
People from the Doctor Who press office are like, no. Right, we're going to play a record, and then we've got so many questions coming in. Hashtag this morning is Doctor Who on Grimmy, and we'll put those questions to you after this record. Plus, we need to talk about Maisie Williams, because we had her on as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we love her.
Maisie's great.
Right, questions to Doctor Who on Grimmy, please.
The Radio 1 Breakfast Show with Nick Grimshaw.
Okay, it is coming up to 10 minutes past 9 on Wednesday morning. We have Peter Capaldi here, the Doctor himself, or as people like to scream in the street,
Doctor Who!
Doctor Who!
Doctor Who!
Love that. Next time I see you in the street, you're getting that from me. You're getting a heckle. Right, we've got to talk about Maisie Williams, because she's a really good friend of ours on the show.
Yeah.
And we get her on quite a lot, and we love having her on, and she loves Radio 1, and we love her.
Yeah.
It's a great relationship we've got going on. Now, she phoned in to tell us that she'd be starring in this series with you. We'd love it if she was in the series all the time.
Yeah.
Do you think that she'd be up for making a comeback? Would you have her back on?
No.
No.
She's so unbearable.
Yeah.
I mean, to have her, I can't work with her.
Yeah.
I mean, she makes me feel ancient. Mm-hmm. She's very dreary. She's no fun whatsoever. She never says anything funny. She's not light-hearted. And she just goes on about Game of Thrones all the time, which drives me crazy because I can't stand it. No, I love her. I think she's absolutely amazing. And to have her around, she's just such a laugh, isn't she?
She really is. She's so
incredible.
fun.
I know. She keeps teaching me new words, you see, because she thinks I'm like a really ancient old guy.
Right.
So, well, in fact, I am. And I literally can't understand what she says most of the time. But she'll teach me things like ape. She tells me that ape is the word that young people to describe excellent.
Oh, ape.
Ape. They say, oh, that's really ape.
That's ape?
That's ape. That's what she says.
Well, I've never even heard that. Have you, Fee?
No, well, you're not down with the kids. I'm down with the kids.
Yeah,
I go back with her and say, hey, well, that's really mustard, meaning that's red hot. That's an old-fashioned one. That's really mustard, man. Okay. She's great. She's great to have her on.
I love her. I would love her to be on Doctor Who all the time.
She's in it more than she says.
And I'd love her to be on Doctor Who all the time and also on the radio and breakfast show all the time.
Yeah, but she's very busy.
She's very busy.
She's
very,
out
very
there
busy.
forging her career. She's doing proper films.
She's going to do well, her, I think.
Oh, she's great. The worst thing is I've got to get her to shut up about Game of Thrones.
Does she really talk about it all the time?
No, because she knows I love it.
Right.
So she wants to spoil it for me.
Oh,
she
wow,
wants to tell me what's going to happen.
That's horrible.
She is quite horrible.
That's so mean.
Yeah. So I just have to say, Maisie, just be quiet. Don't mention it. And she goes, I'm dying to tell you. I'm dying to. I said, don't say a word.
Don't say a word, Williams.
Yeah.
And also, a forthcoming episode features Just You.
Forthcoming episode.
Just You.
Yeah.
Just You, Peter. It's called a one-hander in the business.
A one-hander in the business.
I never knew
very
that.
Theatrical.
It's a one-hander.
Fantastic.
We learned that yesterday.
You're heading to the RSC.
Yeah, it's a one-hander, dear. Yes. How was that? Is that a lot of pressure? It's just you in the episode?
A one-hander?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find a one-hander tough?
A one-hander can be quite tough.
Yeah.
It's but quite pleasurable in its own way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's the lovely thing is you get to because it's just you probably work much more closely with the rest of the crew. I mean, we have a famously fantastic crew on Doctor Who in Cardiff, and to spend every day working with them is brilliant. You get a bit. At first, you think it's fun not having any other actors around, and then you realise how much you bounce off other actors, and how much fun you have with Jenna and Maisie and people like that. It's just me. And I can be quite dreary company.
Right.
So much as it was a challenge, I was relieved when we moved on to another
when you got
episode,
him back,
and some other and the gang sort of came back because it's quite fun. But no, it was great. I mean, it's a really strange episode. It's quite. I really sort of don't want to give it away, and I feel as if I say anything about it at all, it'll just
give it away. Yeah, and people go crazy if we
go crazy
give
if
things away. We can't give things away. What is like the one day when you've been at work where maybe you've been like, I don't know, wrestling with an alien or being chased by like some weird blob? Has there been a moment where you're like, what the hell am I doing today?
Well, there was one moment where, I mean, one of the great things about Doctor Who is it's always, the show looks very handsome and all of that, and they put a lot of money into it. But sometimes its ambition kind of overreaches its grasp. Sometimes it doesn't quite have enough money. In fact, I quite like the bits when you can see the cracks and the set holding it together. But I once had to fight a giant spider, and they brought the giant spider in, and they just threw it at me. And I said, well, isn't there a guy who works it? Isn't it connected up with wires? Is it the sort of legs that move? They said, no.
No, that's it.
They said, you just fight it.
Yeah, just
so they
deal
just
with
threw this giant rubber spider at me, and I just had to go,
Great acting, that, Peter.
Well, I thought, I've been practicing that for years.
Fifi, jump on Peter, pretend you're a giant spider.
Go on.
Amazing.
That's what we
Beautiful
do.
Scenes.
I get paid for that.
Right, we have so many questions for you, so we're going to play a song and I'm going to get the best questions.
Okay.
Because everyone wants to speak to you, Peter. So we'll put those questions from the public to you after Florence.
All right.
Florence and the Machine on BBC Radio 1. It is 9:17 Wednesday morning, and the Doctor himself, Peter Capaldi, is here with us this morning on the radio. We've just been talking about Maisie Williams, and I've been told, by the way, if you are a huge fan of Doctor Who, then Maisie is going to be in episode 10. And we can say that.
Yeah.
We can say that. That's official. So there we go. Yeah. Episode 10. Maisie will be on. Right, you ready for questions from the public?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Tom Buxton has been on. When does Peter start filming for the next series of Doctor Who?
I think next year at some point.
Right. He knows. I reckon he knows. He does know, but you can't say anything with Doctor Who. We should do an interview once where we only ask you questions that you can't answer.
Well, that's what I do every day. I can't answer any question.
Another Tom has been on, but a different Tom. Hi, Peter.
Hello.
Where in the world would you like to film an episode of Doctor Who?
I think I'd like to go to Iceland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been?
Yeah.
To get over there and get one done.
I love it, yeah.
It could work for Doctor Who, I can imagine that.
Yeah, it's a brilliant place.
Yeah, and need a nice coat on there as well.
You need a big coat on, yeah. And of course, there are times when the sun never sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get good, weird light.
Very weird.
Can't we make that happen?
People. Bjork comes from there.
Yeah. Get her in it. She'll probably like it.
Yeah.
We've had weirder things on Doctor Who than Bjork.
I don't think so.
No. No.
Planet of the Bjorks.
Nothing like that.
Go to Planet Bjork.
Yeah.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That would be really cool.
And it would just be full of Bjorks.
Oh, but please, make that happen, BBC One, please. I really want to go to Japan. I'm trying to think of an angle, the way we can do Radio 1 Breakfast Show from Japan.
That'd be cool and quite easy to work out, wouldn't it?
Well...
There's a straightforward reason for you being there.
Go on. Which is... The phrase "made in Japan," just so you can say it. Yeah,
once.
And also we like it there.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get the wheels in motion. Lizzie says, if you could pick any other Doctor as your companion, who would that Doctor be?
Another Doctor is my companion.
Yeah.
Oh my! I think I'd pick. Matt Smith.
Matt Smith,
yes.
Correct. Yeah,
because he'd know all the cool places to go. Mm-hmm. He'd be able to advise me about cool clothes to wear, and he'd be my bud.
Yeah, he's a good guy, Matt Smith, isn't he? He is. Emma says, ask Peter if he would like to sing on Doctor Who in future.
Yes, I would.
Because doesn't he play? We've seen him already playing guitar.
Yeah.
Was that actually you playing guitar?
Yes.
Really?
It was ish.
Right. You held it.
I held it. No, I do play the guitar a bit, but when it comes out on the screen, there's all kinds of shredding and stuff going on, which is not quite as good.
Do you know
as
we
that.
got an electric guitar in for you this morning?
I know everybody does this now. Everywhere I turn up, they say they put a guitar in my hand and say play.
Play.
And I have to say, I'm not up to it this morning.
Oh, not really up for it. No, okay. Well,
we play the accordion. Perhaps I should bring an accordion.
Can you actually play that?
No.
Okay.
But that might be fun.
Might as well, yeah. It might be easier, yeah. Dr. Who and Grimmy, do you really like the sonic glasses, and will the screwdriver be coming back? Please say yes, says Gary.
Well, I think those fans of the sonic screwdriver should not fret.
Right. Fear not.
Fear not.
We were looking for an emoji this morning that represented Doctor Who so we could tweet it.
Yes.
And all we had was screwdriver.
Screwdriver, if I was a fan of the screwdriver, I wouldn't lose any sleep.
Right, okay.
But I do like the shades, I think they're fun. Anything that's fun, I like.
Yeah, anything.
And they're quite cool.
Do you ever take anything home, that could be good for fancy dress?
No, it works the way around. I bring my shades in.
Needing a reason to wear these.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, thank you for coming in this morning.
No, it's a pleasure.
We'd love to have you back.
It's great fun to be here.
And next time you want to come in, you can bring the accordion or bring the electric guitar, whatever you want. We can do a live lounge with you. Peter, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
See you soon.
All right. See you later.